Good evening, and welcome everyone. Welcome back to the SSBB Esport Championship. You're joining us. It is round 7 of the Pro-Am Championship Season 4. We're almost done with this year. Can you believe it? We are at Mount Panorama, Bathurst, where we have the round 7 of the championship, and it just so happens that the Australian Supercar Championship have their Bathurst round 2 this weekend as well. So without any further ado, let's jump straight into the points. This is where we are in the championship. McFlurry Twist leading the championship on 98 points. Second is Venture 26 on 192. Now McFlurry, you can see here, has done 6 races. Venture has done 5, so he's already dropped his race. If he's not going to basically have a drop race, the guys that have done 6 races will, depending on if they miss a race or not. Third in the championship is BR 191. Fourth is Dens. Fifth is Death Raccoon on 168, and bring up your top 5 is Death Raccoon. So let's do a lap quickly around here and see what it's like. I unfortunately don't have the Porsche. I can't get it into spec, so I'm going to use our old faithful Crown Athlete, this car we raced last year, and it is absolutely wild. So let's see what she is like. And I've got to go out as soon as I start because the camera view is on the wrong way, so I've got to set that up. Okay, now I can go, and let's do us a lap and see. Now it's not going to be nearly as close as the Porsches, but it should be fun. So this is the Crown Athlete, 500 horsepower, big sedan, provided us with some very, very good racing. Very quick car as well. So it's very quick, pretty much a straight line. You've got to get the car stopped nicely here. Depending on the brakes and the car, I braked a bit too late there. I had to go really deep to save it, so you've got to be a bit careful with that. With this, you roll off the power. You can't go too deep here, and be very careful as you get on the power here so the car doesn't step. Be careful not to overstep it there. Got to use all the track on the exit there, run it really wide. You can see I'm overdriving the car a bit there. So again, I haven't turned a lap in this car, so, and I've got damage on now. Okay, let's start that again. Apologies. Let's jump in here. Before we do that, let's just share this link with the guys. Okay, now we can go back. Alright, let's try a second time. Venture on a 207. My God. The Clubman's guys were doing 2:13.1 was the quickest time Famish did in practice. That's it. So 207 just shows you how much faster the Pro-Am cars and drivers are. So you have to be very careful with these cars. They are very unforgiving. Use as much circuit as you can. Get the car stopped. Gotta be very ginger and as you take it through here. Use as much track as you can. This car is a big heavy boat. Use as much track as you can there, run it all the way out to the wall here. Got to be a bit careful, almost turn in early, but don't run it out all the way. Here, There's a lot of time here, but you see, getting the car stopped and turned is really tricky there. And if you can do that, there's a lot of time. Here, you've also got to get the car. Try not to. This car is very sensitive to trail braking. It just unsettles the rear so much. So I must need to adjust my brakes. They are adjusted already. So down the straight is not much to it. You just really have to get a good exit as you get onto the straight. Yeah, it's pretty much flat through. Pick your braking marker, get this big boat stopped, and as you can see, I didn't. I braked so early in this car. So, oh boy, the crown is in the house. That's right, this is the crown. Not an easy thing to drive this, but yeah, that was pretty much a lap of Bathurst. And man, this car is not easy to drive. It's kind of everywhere. But anyway, let's just let the guys know we are starting now. Man, I remember driving that thing around. Wow. And it's so sensitive to trail braking. Didn't like it at all. So, we're about to start qualifying. Everybody entered? Let's go. So, Alex third quickest in the practice. Venture quickest. So, I need to, keyboard is on. So this livery of Alex's is a very, very good looking livery. I like it. Venture will stay here. That is right. Thank you, Venture. Venture can't qualify because Venture won the last race. Now if I just go back, I need to just confirm that. Yes, he did. And then the second race, Dens won the second race. So Venture is not allowed to qualify. He's parking in the pits. Just say thank you. So Alex on for a potential win here. Alex was looking really quick in the practice. He was third quickest, and if he gets a good quali, Venture has to start from the back. It forms part of our ballast. So Alex potentially in for a good result here. I tell you what, that crown round here was not easy to drive. McFlurry Venture, make sure they add weight and put in a limp mode. Yeah. So we got our eyes on Alex Wilmot. Well, that's Alex W Sim Racing. And the car's moving around, but these things do, so it's not looking terrible. It's a bit overcommitted there. This car's not easy to drive, man. On this medium tire, not easy. Got to get the thing stopped, turned. So, starts his first flying lap. Who is behind him? Ian Evo. And right behind him is Dens. Dens was very quick in the practice. In red, Ian Evo's red, white and blue car. He makes a mistake again. That's so unlucky, Ian. Right, Dens up into... he's currently in third, slotted in at third. Alex still on his first flying lap, so let's see, is he getting a clean lap in? He's pushing very, very hard. Runs it a bit deep there. Will compromise his exit a bit, but the car moves around so much. Just so shows you what a trick it is to drive these things. Ian's gone in to fix his damage and then he's back out again. So that's the trick. You don't get much, and you also only get 5 minutes qualifying. So there's damage and you only get 5 minutes qualifying. It's sure as hell not easy, that's for sure. So these guys that are on their lap now, it has to count. So Alex, I mean, this thing is moving around like a looks like a broom, a wet broom that's catching on the ground. When you're moving it along, it's going grrr. But it is flying. Alex is flying. Let's see what he can do. Overdriving just a bit. You can see he's pushing very, very hard. Very aggressive driving style. See how the car was moving around on the brakes. So let's see. What does he do? What kind of time does he put down? 2:09.4. Don't know if that's good enough. I think he will get another chance. Dens, what does Dens do? Dens goes quickest, 2:09.3. So Alex under the pump now. Bombastic, what does he do? Alex stays third. Bombastic made a mistake there. So McFlurry out in fourth. Not sure he made a mistake. So McFlurry's out in fourth. He's going to leave it there. They've got another 2 minutes. So he's got time. Davide is currently out. 2:09.3 is the time to beat. Den's on pole. Let's see. So Davide making a mistake. Den's, is he going quicker? Not sure. Oof, Alex is pushing very, very hard. Den's in second. He's very smooth, and that's what's required around here. Smooth, consistent pace. Again, it's not at all easy when we talk about it as if it is, but it is not easy. So Den's 0.1 ahead of Alex. Where is Alex? Coming through the chase. I think it is the chase. Or it's Conrad. Conrad straight, the chase, yeah. So they not sure if this is going to be his final lap. He might get one after this, or it might red flag him, but let's see, where does Alex put it? He's pushing very, very hard. He was sliding the thing around like a madman. He doesn't go quicker. Den's is still first, so will Den's go even quicker than he has? 2:09.3 is the time he set. Does go quicker, 2:09.2. So Den's is done. Is Alex done? Alex is done, so McFlurry's pitted. Safalicious has joined, but he is a bit late. Can do a restart. I don't know if Bombastic's gonna go quicker. That was very hot into there. So Dan's throwing it down, doing a great time. Safalicious is very quick around here as well. Pain. Okay, so there we go. There's confirmation of your results. So this is going to be an interesting race. great view of the start here. Also restart. Oh my god. Okay, I don't know what's gonna happen because some of the guys are talking about a restart. Are they restarting? Doesn't look like it. So Den's up in his first place. He's taking the... He is ahead, leading the field at the moment. And looks like McFlurry or someone, yeah, I think it was McFlurry, had a bad start. Oh god, we're restarting. Okay, we are restarting. Okay, please stand by. Okay, we are back. We should be starting. How's Adventure in the comments? Not a lot of people are there. It's fine. So, let's see. This is the Porsche Cup. We're here at... Let's see who gets off the line, who has a great start, who has a false start. Everybody has a really, really good start. So Dens with a phenomenal start into turn one. McFlurry being a bit naughty, pushing Dens wide. Gap wasn't there. So Dens under pressure straight away. Look at this train forming behind him. Oh, that's unlucky. He got pushed by Looks like it was just a clusterfuck of cars. Davide is kind of limping there. So Davide with damage. Dens down to 6th place. Bombastic out in the lead now. And behind Bombastic is McFlurry in 2nd. And this trainer cars Venture straight up into 3rd place. That's a phenomenal start from Venture. From being pretty much at the back, he's up into 3rd place. So let's go back. Bombastic with a phenomenal start. Brilliant start to this race. McFlurry out in 2nd is pushing hard to hang on, but I'm not sure how long he's going to hang on for. He's got a hard charging Venture 26 behind him. This track is all about being smooth. Make sure you get your apexes and your lines, and don't overcommit in a Porsche, because it will send you an invoice. It's not a forgiving car, especially in this configuration. So very quick, and you can see how quick it is. Venture just closing the gap right up to McFlurry, and Venture's under pressure now with Alex right behind him, so the race is really going to get tough for these guys. McFlurry doing a great job to hold on to that 2nd place. These cars are very quick. Just down here is doing 200 k's an hour. So McFlurry running wide, that's going to hurt him down this back straight. Does it? I'm not sure. The gap is still 0.4. So if we go to Venture 26, you can see how Venture closes the gap. McFlurry running it too deep there. Venture giving him the hurry up. Great shots. You can see how smooth Venture is as he goes through here. He's got Alex behind him. If you look in your mirror, you can see this very good racing from these guys. You have to keep it really wide. Use all the track. You have to keep it wide here, but not too much. Venture's quite narrow with the car. We can look there. Alex is a bit behind Venture. Oh, Venture touches the wall. Not good. That's going to allow Alex to close the gap. But like I say, these cars are so hard to drive through here. And it just shows you the character of these drivers. Venture being very cool, calm and collected. Shows such good character. So, Bombastic, McFlurry, Venture 26, Alex Wilmot, Ian Evo, Dens, Davide and Safalicious. Listen to these things as they come through here. Let's see if we can... who runs it wide there? So that is McFlurry and Venture getting very friendly there. So McFlurry is going to have to go very defensive. These guys have come a long way in their driving, and they're exceptional competitors. And to race nose to tail like this in these cars, it's not easy. So if we just go back to see what happened here. Dens basically just gets tagged. Looks like he was properly tagged there into turn 1. What happened there? What? That was Alex. Not sure what happened there. Okay, let's go on board with Dens again. So he brakes, he gets punted, tries to turn in, and boom, put in the wall. So that's not great. Very tough racing. Bombastic 2.6 seconds ahead of Venture, who finally got ahead of McFlurry Twist. It's these two in the championship. McFlurry is currently leading from Venture. Venture's leading the 2021 overall championship. McFlurry leading the season 4 championship, but there's nothing in it but in terms of points, and it's phenomenal to see after all this time. McFlurry was such a consistent competitor, not always the quickest, but always there, and that's why he is where he is. So the gap you can see from McFlurry to Ian Evo is 0.9 of a second. If we jump on board with Ian Evo, 0.4 to Denz. Denz was your pole sitter, so Denz slowly closing the gap on Ian. Ian has battled to find consistency over the last few races. Just making small mistakes have cost him dearly, and it's good to see him back here, finding his rhythm. McFlurry making mistakes now. These cars are so hard to drive. So, look here. Look at this little spice that's developing here. So, oh, that car is hard to drive, man. So, we're riding on board with Mr. Boombastic. And he's currently in first. 0.4 behind him is Venture 26. Venture just slowly chipping away, finding the gaps, and Boombastic is riding with damage. Venture has no damage. McFlurry has damage, so Venture's in the pound seats here, and all he has to do is just sit and wait. On lap 4 of 7, it's criminal. These guys are staying in it and just trying to find a way through. It's all about consistency. It's all about being on the track at the end. And third is still your third place man, McFlurry. Fourth, Ian Evo, and Denz. Ian Evo runs it wide. That allows Denz to go up into fourth place. Denz does not have damage. Let's see, does Ian Evo? Yes, he does. So Denz, no damage. Ian looks like he's picked up even more. His whole front end is damaged. So, oh, Denz finding a way past McFlurry. McFlurry making a lot of mistakes, and quite possibly because of that damage. I mean, they're doing 240 k's an hour side by side, 250 as they come through here. They go up in to 7th. They're not going to 276, 280 k's an hour through there as they go through the chase. It's 288 k's an hour as they go through there. Phenomenal. So Denz pretty much there now. Boombastic still has his damage, but is hanging on. And Venture 26 knows it is but a matter of time. Good evening, Adders. Good evening, Sofa King. Where the heck is BR? Evening. Welcome, Sofa King. I don't know where he is. Maybe give him a call and ask him why. What is he doing? But look at these two. Venture 26 going around the outside. Oh, excuse me, but Boombastic has the better line. Looks like Venture got pushed wide into the corner. Now Venture has damage. So now the question is, was Venture pushed wide there? Let's drive on board. So we'll go back and drive on board and see, can we see? No, he just understeered into the corner. So Venture still working to find his way past Boombastic, which he eventually does. He shoulders it through there, but he manages to find a way past. So it's getting a bit scrappy between these two. Oh, Boombastic also moving around a lot. So while these two are hacking it out, Denz is slowly closing the gap up on Boombastic. It's 1.7 seconds though. Denz is the only one out of these four who doesn't have damage. So he is in a good spot. He's got 2 seconds. He has to make 1.8 seconds over 2 laps. He has to find. There's a lot of work he has to do there. But if these two start scrapping again, that's going to allow Dens to close that gap. So Venture with damage, Bombastic with damage, Dens with no damage. Gap is about 2 seconds. So, nothing in it between these two. Bombastic running it a bit wide, getting it loose there. Closing right up on the brakes. So if Bombastic did not touch Venture, there was a very aggressive move from Venture. We'll have to see if there was a penalty involved there. Let's see if we can... looks like there might have been contact. There might have been contact there. It's a tough one to call. Oh, Bombastic making a lot of mistakes. He goes up into the wall there. So let's see. Let's go back to that incident. We're not getting a good shot here. These guys are still down, lap 6 of 7. I just want to try get a good shot from Bombastic's point of view. So we come into the corner. Yeah, there was contact. There was contact. That's from what I saw. So Bombastic under pressure from Dens. Venture made a break. Let's use my words. He's made a break. 2.4 seconds ahead. He's on the final lap now. So Dens, all he has to do is just sit behind Bombastic and find a way past. He doesn't have damage. 4th is McFlurry, who has a lot of damage. 5th is Ian Evo, also has a lot of damage. 5th is Safalicious with rear end damage. That's 6. 7th is Davide with damage all around. 8th is Alex with no damage. So Venture 26 coming through the top of the early parts of the mountain. Bombastic still ahead of Dens. Both Bombastic and Dens getting it really loose there. So Ren stepping out almost on every corner. Bombastic pushing very hard to stay ahead of Dens here. Incredible driving even with the damage. Shows phenomenal character. He's up 0.19 on that lap alone. So really good driving from this man. So go through the top of the mountain down onto Conrad Strait. So what's the gap like now? It's opening up. Dens not able to close that gap. Bombastic really has driven for his life. This man has just kind of got to the front and pulled away, really. It's been great work from Venture once again. Oh, Bombastic going off, running it wide. Does that allow Dens to close the gap? It does. So Dens gets past. A rare mistake from Bombastic, and that has allowed Dens to come through on the last lap. Venture 26 will come over the line to win this race. Phenomenal work. Dens, it's heartbreak for Bombastic. He's done it, but he comes home in second. Dens in second. 3rd is Bombastic. 4th is McFlurry Twist. Be happy with that. 5th is Ian Evo. 6th is Safalicious. in 6th place. 7th is Davide. Looks like he's limping home, literally, in that car. And looks like he's just glad to be done with this. And he didn't do the donut over the line, but he's doing a nice burnout for us, so that's always good. And 7th is Alex. Davide really putting on a show for us. So these confirmation results. Wow, what a race it was up front. Very close, very tight. Really scrappy at times, but Venture 26 taking victory once again. It's going to take a lot to stop this man. Really on another level at the moment. So I am just going to capture the points. I'll be right back. We are back. So let's do a quick lap on board. We are with in the category 2 cars, and for me that is going to be the RSR. For everyone it's the RSR. So let's do a lap in the RSR and see what it is like. So we're behind McFlurry Twist here. Let's see what it's like on board this machine. So GT3 Porsche RSR. Should be really quick. Should be able to carry a lot of speed through here. Have to use all the track, but it feels really good. Bit of understeer there. Touch the wall there, so I'll have to do another one just to get my bearings. It's hard to see with this cockpit view with the hands. Let's try this one. So we don't have damage. Couldn't see the apex so well there. So nicely. Could brake later. Looking for the mid-corner speed, so let's do a hot lap here, brake. Don't overcommit on the rotation. There we go, that's good speed through there. It's an exceptional car. Brakes are phenomenal, so identifying your brake points is really tricky. Touch the grass. It's fine, I'll try and just do a decent lap anyway. I haven't done any track time in this. Flat through there. Confidence lift to get the nose turned in. Yeah, you want to run it up really wide. That's a bit narrow into there, the compromises. Just touch the wall, it's bad. With these cars in the crown, you don't want to trail brake too much. It's hard to talk and actually do the lap. Who's behind me? Dens. Let's do one more. Too much entry there, but managed to save it. Let's try and get a good lap here. Currently second. Trying to get into McFlurry's slip. I don't think I am, because if I can, then I'll get a decent lap in. 0.2 down. All about the corner speed there. There we go, good speed through there. Avoid the understeer. Could be definitely quicker through there. Need more time with the car. Oh, this car is so good through here. Now, I'm definitely not the quickest driver ever, but and I've not turned any laps in this car, but it feels so good. Currently 4th. I don't know if I'm quicker. 1.2 up on my time. Trying to be as smooth as possible, not let the car over rotate. I was too quick into there and over rotated on the brakes. So anyway, let's see what we do. 2051, don't go any quicker. So Venture is 0.2 ahead of me. 2032 was the quickest time. 2051, yes, 2 seconds. Unreal. So that was a lap. That was pretty good. Really good racing. So what I need to do now is actually set the grid. Let's change the grid order. And that's going to be reverse grid based on current championship points. So after round 7. So Alex will be starting on pole. That's going to be interesting. NB, Golfy, Melty, Jedi is not here. Saphalicious second. Saphalicious has good pace around here. Davide third. Bombastic fourth. Ian Evo. Death Raccoon's not here. Danes. That's cool. Then Venture, then McFlurry. Alright. So I'm gonna tell these guys now. Am I streaming? Yes, I am. Good. I'm just making sure everything's good. Alright, so we're starting now. Good luck. I'll tell you what, that's a great car. Alrighty. Ian Evo is super quick in these cars. Man, that is phenomenal. It just shows you the speed you can carry. 2 seconds round here, and a lot of it is getting onto the straights because you just lose so much. So let's see. We don't see the lights. We don't have a great view of the start, but who has a good start? Saphalicious. Looks like everybody has a good start. Saphalicious off the line. Very neat and tidy up in second place. Saphalicious has a great start, and looking back at these guys, Bombastic again in second. Bombastic and Alex. Has to be careful. Not sure why he's he's getting put under a lot of pressure, and Ian Evo manages to get through. So the train behind Saphalicious is getting wild. It's very close, and Bombastic is under a lot of pressure from Ian Evo. Ian Evo had massive speed here, unbelievable speed. Look at the trainer cars and that beautiful view. As we go through the top of the mountain now, we're going to head to the dipper. We come up, very fast corner. Ian Evo making a big mistake. Get on the brakes as you go through here. Going to come up to the dipper now. Look at the speed Ian carries into here. That's where a lot of the time is. Just so much confidence on the brakes. And oh, Safalicious making a mistake. So Bombastic getting past Safalicious. That's going to give Bombastic a lot of breathing room, but he makes a mistake getting on the back straight. So Safalicious is able to come back at him, and Bombastic not giving him room, squeezing him a bit. So Safalicious getting in the slip though, and look at Ian, massive speed. So these three going through, and they are doing 270 k's an hour. Safalicious back in the lead, Bombastic second. It's hip and shoulder, side by side, all the way down to the last corners. Phenomenal racing from these guys. And Bombastic has got the inside line from Safalicious. But Safalicious hangs it around the outside and is able to maintain that position. So, Ian Evo looking very menacing. Just waiting, looking for a gap, and Safalicious runs it wide and manages to come back on the circuit. Bit of an unsafe return, but that allows Bombastic to get up into first place. So now he is going to be the hunted. Slipstream is huge here. Look at this train of cars behind him. And riding on board with Ian Evo. If we go to Safalicious, behind him is Davide, Alex, Venture 26, Dens, and McFlurry Twist. The championship is between Venture and McFlurry. McFlurry is too far down. He needs to work to get back up. So look at the gap. It's closed right up. Safalicious making a mistake there. So if you ride on board now with Safalicious, look at this hungry mob of Porsches behind him. It's madness as they go through here. And oh, someone got put in the wall there. Not sure who that was. Right on board with Davide. It's looking back at Alex and Dens. Man, these guys are flying through. Alex gets a big tam slapper as he goes through the top there. Oh, Safalicious. Davide makes it past Safalicious. So Davide on the podium now. And wow, some hectic racing from these guys. Looking back at Alex. Alex is in good position. He's up into fourth place now, so getting pushed along by Safalicious. Alex going defensive. Very close racing from these guys. Alex has damage. Yes, it's rough. This racing is wild. So Safalicious back up into fourth place. He's holding the troops up. Alex getting pummeled. It's just super hectic. So Den's now up into fourth place, and nothing in it between these guys. It's Den, Safalicious, Alex, Venture, and McFlurry. Now the championship is between Venture and McFlurry. McFlurry needs to be... Oh, Alex getting really battling there. I think he's just really battling with that damage. And if we jump on board with Venture 26, one of the championship protagonists. Yo. So what that's done is Venture has given Alex and McFlurry a tow, and they both managed to get past Venture 26. So McFlurry now is ahead of Venture 26, and this is going to count for the championship. So it doesn't help that they're driving side by side through the mountain, and some phenomenal shots. It's brilliant racing from these guys. And 6th, 7th and 8th. I mean, this is the race for 6th, 7th and 8th. Bombastic still leading. We'll go back to them. But look at these shots. And if we drive on board with Alex, where is Venture? Venture is behind him. And there's Safalicious, who's just made a mistake. So now Alex needs to be careful, because there you can see Bombastic in his rearview mirror. That's McFlurry in his rearview mirror, and Safalicious behind him. So McFlurry is trying to get ahead, because his fight is with Venture 26 for the championship. And it's incredible how these drivers... So where's McFlurry? There we go, side by side as they go through down Conrad Straight, and they're going to go through the chase now. 270 k's an hour. And Venture 26 touches the grass. Both of them Venture and Alex touch the grass, but this has allowed McFlurry to get up. And Alex really battling Alex, and all of these guys battling. And wow, hectic racing. So McFlurry up into 6th place, but he's got a long way ahead of him. 5th place is Safalicious. 4th place is Dens. No damage, 1.7 seconds, 1.17 seconds per ahead of him is Davide. Out in 3rd, so Davide, who's got the quickest time? Ian Evo is flying. And Bombastic still in the lead now. Bombastic and Ian looking like they're going to have a decent scrap pretty soon. And they've been having a scrap this whole race. Bombastic with no damage, Ian with no damage. So Ian's got the quickest lap, 2:03.2. It's a phenomenal time. So really good racing from these guys. But Bombastic all over the place. He's battling to maintain control of that vehicle. Not sure why that is. 3rd is Davide coming under pressure from Dens now. Fifth, Safalicious. 6th is this trio. McFlurry still leading the charge ahead of his championship rival, Venture 26. 9th is Alex, who's just battled with this circuit. He was up into 4th at one stage. But here we go. Ian Evo looking for the move on Bombastic. Does he manage to go around the outside? He does. So that's good work from Ian. But now he is going to become the hunted, and the slipstream is huge here. This car is developing a lot of aero, and so that's why the slipstream is so massive. So Ian runs it a bit wide. The gap's about 0.3, and here you can see what that 0.3 looks like. Both of them got a good run onto the the straight after the turn 1, whatever it's called. So Bombastic coming up to turn 2, and he will go for the move. He stuck his nose in, but the move wasn't really there. So Ian Evo manages to maintain his lead. Let's go up to 3rd place. Dens gets ahead of Davide. So it's a little thing flying around here. But these two still going at it. It's phenomenal to watch. So Dens looking really racy. Davide also super quick. Safalicious kind of out on his own, but McFlurry's hunting him down lap by lap. Safalicious making small mistakes, but he's still in this race. And McFlurry is looking super quick here. Out in 6th place, he's got a 2.5 second gap over Venture 26. So this is going to help McFlurry's points. But Venture has dropped his race already. And that's what we saw earlier. McFlurry hasn't, so McFlurry has to make up points and try and get ahead. Venture knows that he just has to play the safe game, but he's not in a great position. McFlurry wearing the 5-star racing livery for us. Ian Evo with a 7-second lead over Mr. Bombastic. So Bombastic must have made a mistake, and now he's under pressure from Dens. 1.3 seconds the gap. Dens and Davide are coming in hot, and they're catching Bombastic. And this is going to be interesting, because this between Dens and Davide is not over. I mean, we saw that scrap go on and on and on with Venture, McFlurry and Alex, and it looks like this is going to be pretty much the same. Davide getting a massive tank slapper onto the back straight. So Dens making a huge mistake. Not sure what's going on with Bombastic, sorry. He's Bombastic, he's battling, he's got damage. So high drama. Dens up into 2nd place with Davide right behind him, pushing him all the way. And looking very racy. Bombastic trying to just hang on. But Denz has looked really, really good in this car. I always like the onboard shots as they come through the dipper. Not sure which corner is Forest Alba. I think it's this one. Go through Forest Alba onto the down the hill onto the back straight. No more comments in our comment section. Everyone's watching the racing. It's so good, and not much to see there. But Ian Evo with a 9.6 second gap, absolutely dominating this race. 270 k's an hour, that's what they do down that down Conrad. Third is Davide. Phenomenal driving from Davide. He's come such a long way. Bombastic battling a bit. Fifth, Safalicious. Now Safalicious and McFlurry, this is going to get tasty. Only a couple of laps left, and it's not a long time. McFlurry closing the gap now. These cars really provide good racing. So the gap, 0.4. McFlurry is closing all the time, is in the slip. So you can see how much speed the slip gives you. It's not really the place to overtake, but McFlurry's gone for it. Doesn't really. And behind McFlurry now is Safalicious. So McFlurry's made the move stick. Here's Safalicious behind him. Safalicious now going to pile on the pressure. Contact there between Safalicious and McFlurry. McFlurry holding on though, that's good work, but that's allowed Venture 26 to join the party. Venture is going to show no mercy, and so he should make light work of Safalicious now that he's got Safalicious in his. He's in Safalicious slip and Safalicious is in McFlurry's slip, so this is not good for McFlurry. Safalicious just getting McFlurry on the brakes. And McFlurry opening the door for Venture 26. So Venture taking the gap. And contact results in McFlurry going off, and that's unlucky. I don't know whose fault that was, but I think Venture earned the right to be there. Let's just go back and have a look at that. This is the final lap. So if we go back again, yeah, that's a very close call. I think Venture had earned the right to be there. So anyway, last lap. As Ian Evo's 10-second gap comes through the dipper and just kind of eases his way through. He's dominated this race. Second is Denz, currently looking super comfortable. Third is Davide, also with a 6-second gap. Very comfortable over Mr. Bombastic in fourth place with damage all round. Fifth is Safalicious. McFlurry and Venture still going at it. big dice between these guys. Not sure if there was contact, but let's see quickly, was there contact? Nope. So McFlurry just overcommitting, and that allowed... Okay, let's not lose sight of our first place man. He's come through. He has won the race already. So well done to Ian Evo. Second is Denz. Third, Davide. Phenomenal drive from all three of these drivers. Fourth, Bombastic with all that damage. Fifth is Safalicious. Sixth is Ian Evo and McFlurry. What a finish between those two. And seventh, McFlurry. Eighth is Alex W Sim Racing. Man, that was quite a hectic race, but brilliant driving from all of these guys. A lot of contact between McFlurry and Venture, but this man, Ian Evo, absolutely deserved that race, wearing the Williams race suit. On Sunday, we've got a Williams Tribute endurance race, so make sure you tune in for that. I'm going to capture the points. I'll be right back. Alrighty, so here are your points after this race. McFlurry leading the championship, 229 points, 1 point difference between the two. Venture 26 on 228. Third is Denz on 209. Fourth is Beer on 191. And bringing up your top five is Death Raccoon on 168. Phenomenal racing, and well done again to this man who had a phenomenal race. Guys, I want to thank you. Please don't forget to join us Sunday night for our Williams tribute. We'll see you guys then. Have a wonderful weekend. Let's jump to the comments quickly. No more comments, alright. Cheers guys, have a great weekend.